Exclusive contracted novel by Feilu Novel Network. Xingqiong Railway. Peak of second creation battle power ranking. Lin Mu crossed into the world of the Star Dome and became one of the passengers on the Star Dome train. At the beginning, awaken the miHoYou live streaming system, which can play videos to the entire miHoYou world. As long as everyone is shocked, they can receive rewards. At the beginning, the top ranking of miHoYou's combat power was played. Top 31. Windbreaker Wendy, Beng 3, Top 20. Zhong Li, Genshin Impact, Top 18. The Law of Salaries, Youlandale, Death 3, Top 12. Pseudo God Otto, Bengal 3, Top 11. Penglai Temple Nine Heavens, Collapse 2, Top 10. Kiana Alayashi of the Zero Age, Collapse 2, Top 9. Retreat Feather Wendy, Beng 2, Top 8. Salvation Kevin, Collapse 3, Top 2. Ultimate Strength Qiyana, Collapse 2, Top 1. Star God, Sky, Starry Sky Hiko. Me in Another World. Silver Wolf. Why are there so many of me in other worlds? Kiana. This, the strongestFeilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. 1. Traverse through the world of stars. You are listening at novel full.audio. In the vast and boundless space, a train is steadily moving forward. The decoration inside the Star Dome train is still retro and elegant, with some passengers seated or divided. At this moment, a girl with short pink hair, cute face, and youthful beauty is standing in the center of the aisle. But today she didn't close her eyes tightly, let alone keep muttering the words, "I won't fall, I won't fall." However, the petite train conductor Pam continued to shout with all his might. Please return to your seats and take your seats, the transition is about to begin. On March 7th, as the other member of the Starry Sky Imperial family, Dan Heng sat calmly on his bench, seemingly waiting for something. As for the protagonist with silver-gray long hair and a beautiful appearance, Sister Xing. She looked at March 7th beside her with a disdainful expression, as if looking at a fool. But equally, her gaze also seemed to be waiting for something. Even Walter and Jeezy sat quietly on the bench, their expressions also showing a look as if they were waiting for something. Following the gaze of the crowd in the center of the carriage of the Star Dome train, there stands a handsome and confident man. And he was the focal point of everyone's gaze inside the Star Dome train, Lin Mu. As a new passenger on the Star Dome train, he naturally has his reasons for attracting everyone's attention in this way. That's right. Lin Mu, he is a traveler from the Blue Star. As a cleaner who splits in the air. I was not electrocuted by the computer, nor was I killed by the head of the truck. Just as soon as I closed my eyes and opened them, I inexplicably entered the world of the Star Dome Railway, and even became one of the passengers of the Star Dome train inexplicably. But you should know, according to the setting of the Star Dome world, ordinary people in this world are basically cannon fodder. Faced with those doomsday beasts, void soldiers, star cores, star god commanders, undead immortals, and the most troublesome joyful people, happy star god Aha, mild to severe injury, severe to direct cooling. But after all, they are travelers, and Lin Mu's hands are also equipped with a gold finger system as standard. But it's different from the golden fingers of other dragons. No. It should be said that it cannot be said to be different, it should be said that it cannot be called a system at all. As a traveler, Lin Mu has a system called miHoYou live streaming. The general purpose is to allow Lin Mu to play all the storylines and PV videos from his previous life's miHoYo games, and so on. And as long as you can successfully shock the audience, you can receive corresponding rewards. This system, although not enough for Dragon Cancer days. But the operation is still very simple. And it is precisely because Lin Mu can play these stunning videos. Now, the passengers of these Star Dome trains are eagerly anticipating the start of Lin Mu's video. On March 7th on the bench, she couldn't help but raise her pink little hand and shout loudly to Lin Mu in the center of the carriage. Hurry up, hurry up. Lin Mu, what kind of video are you going to play today? Dan Heng said, every time Lin Mu plays a video for us, it's quite exciting. Sister Xing M. Nothing wrong. GZ. Those stories from other worlds are really fascinating. Walter. I actually want to know more about stories from other worlds. Listening to everyone's lines, feeling their eager enthusiasm. Lin Mu, he's not showing off and won't continue to procrastinate. After all, just play the video and shock the audience. He can also receive rewards here. Don't worry, everyone. The video will be played for you right away. Accompanied by Lin Mu's words, just finished. With the help of the system, a huge holographic projection screen appeared inside the carriage of this star dome train, appearing in everyone's view. On the screen, a very interesting title was vividly outlined in golden text. miHoYo Universe Peak Combat Power Ranking. Top 31. Windbreaker Wendy, Collapse 3, accompanied by Lin Mu opening his own system and preparing to start playing videos. The audience inside the Star Dome train began to sparkle with anticipation in their pupils. But you should know the one owned by Lin Mu is the miHoYou live streaming system. That is to say, those who can watch videos actually, it's not just the audience of the Star Dome world. Ding! Silver Wolf, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Kafka, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Haida, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Jingyuan, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Kiana, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Teresa, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Youlandale, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Otto, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Kevin, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Alicia, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Dr. May, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Lay Movie, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Ing, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Ganyu, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Zhong Li, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Babatos, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Beng 2 Kiana, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Bang 2 Thunderbolt Yai, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Penglai Temple Xiao, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Red Kite Immortal, successfully joined the live broadcast room. Ding! Planet Level Collapsing Beast Ghana, successfully joined the live broadcast room. It seems that now, basically all viewers of miHoYo's derivative universe. They have already joined this live broadcast room. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. 2. The edition of miHoYo Universe. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Kiana. Ah. After waiting for so long, this light curtain has finally appeared again. Thunderbolt Yay. It is indeed a bit torturous to wait for. Blonia. What video will this light curtain play this time? Bang 2 Kiana. Hey. This time, why is there another person with the same name as me? Kiana. Why do you have the same name as me? Otto. It's normal for there to be several parallel worlds on the tree of imaginary numbers. Sue. But I have never observed such a situation when using the Thousand Realms 1 multiplier. Kevin. No problem, let's take a look. Next, let's prepare the video to start playing. Zhong Li, Miha's Journey to the Universe. Peak Combat Power Ranking. Wendy. Me, number 31. It's impossible, absolutely impossible, Alicia. M. In our civilization era, the law of the wind doesn't seem to be very good. Bang 2 thunderbolt sprout clothes. However, on our side, the wind law is still quite powerful. Star Dome Walter. Different parallel universes actually have significant differences. March 7th. Oh, how come there's an extra live broadcast room for discussion and communication this time? Silver Wolf. I didn't expect that the technology level of this light screen is not low. I can't even get into it. Jingyuan. Although the video hasn't started playing yet, but in the live broadcast room, there are viewers from different miHoYo universes. But they have already started a heated discussion. As for the Star Dome train side. Looking at the title on the light screen on March 7th, she showed a puzzled expression and tilted her cute little head. She let out a puzzled voice. M. Collapse 3 worlds. The law of the wind. What are these all about? I do know the general meaning of this miHoYo universe peak combat power ranking. It's these worlds, these characters I can't understand it. Listen to the puzzled voice of March 7th. Dan Hang and Xing Jia next to each other shook their heads while they were in perfect agreement. It was Walter who patiently explained to March 7th. Collapse 3 world. That is a world adjacent to us on the tree of unreal numbers. The law of the wind in that universe, it is roughly equivalent to the level of existence of a star god on our side. But strength that's not at all equivalent. Listen to Walter's explanation. The 3-tone nodded in a somewhat incomprehensible tone. Then, the entire crew inside the Star Dome train. Their gaze was simultaneously focused on the light screen, waiting for the start of the video. Under the eager gaze of countless viewers throughout the entire miHoYo universe. Above the light screen, the golden text and title have become transparent and disappear. The colors began to be rendered on top. The place where the story begins, it is an ordinary, green wilderness. The character who appears in the video is naturally the protagonist of this video, Wendy the Windmill. The girl has short hair that is black on the outside and green on the inside, slightly curled up, with a tuft of silly hair on her head. She has a green iris and black pupils, and her appearance is very beautiful and spirited. Wearing a white scarf around the neck, wearing a white dress, with a long white broken hem hanging from the back waist and blue wings. Black waist and sleeves, decorated with green windmills on the waist, bare feet, white bandages tied to the legs, wearing green gloves. Relying on one's own power, the gentle breeze gently lifted Wendy up in mid-air. She looked down at the enemies on the ground from top to bottom. 3B. Level female martial gods. That's right. This video, apart from the protagonist Wendy. Of course, there are other supporting role. 3B. Level Valkyrie from Saint Freya Academy. Kiana from Bailien, Thunderbolt Sprout from Pulse Clothes Crimson, and Blonia from Valkyrie Chariot form. Looking at the current situation in the standoff, Wendy, the law of the wind, seems unable to defeat these 3B. Level female martial gods in one breath. In the live broadcast room, the audience also expressed their voices of discussion. Kiana. This is the battle of the future, have we fought against the lawmakers? Blonia. That girl. Is she really a lawyer? Thunderbolt. Yay. Indeed, it feels like there is no authority that a lawmaker should possess, and there is also the overwhelming and powerful destructive power. Wendy. What do you mean? Look down on me, Starry Sky Hiko. It's evident that this girl seems to have the ability to create ideal fluids, using creating hurricanes as her combat strategy. Otto. Interesting, Hiko from another world. Your eyesight is really good. Wuliang Tajiko. She's also called Jiko. Stardome Walter. As Otto has just said, there are many parallel worlds on the tree of unreal numbers, some of which are similar, which is a natural thing. Xiang. By the way, this wind ruler. How could it be a bit like Babado's? Zhong Li agreed. Babado's. Bang 2 thunderbolt and sprout clothes. In our world, the wind law is the most difficult enemy. March 7th. But isn't she now trapped in a fierce battle? Star Sister. From the situation of the video, it is indeed so. Teresa. A lawmaker, evenly matched with 3B. Level Valkyrie, caught in a fierce battle, M. Kevin. There's nothing strange about this. In our civilization era, the law of the wind is also. Wendy. Shua. What do you mean by your unfinished words? For the person in the video, Wendy, the law of the wind. Star Dome, Avalanche 3, Avalanche 2 and Genshin Impact, the audience of 4 different MiHoYo tours of the world, all of them hold almost completely different views. Qingming outing in happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. 3. Wendy, the Law of the Wind, versus the Three Houses. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Outside the light curtain, inside the starry train. Watching the video, Wendy and Kiana are in a standoff. Xingqiong Railway, she said with a somewhat complicated expression. The girl with silver hair and blue eyes always gives me a strange feeling when I look at her. But I can't say what this feeling really is. Listen to the words of Xingqiong Railway. Walter next to him seemed to know the reason behind it. I pushed my glasses with my right hand. Walter spoke to Hiko beside him. It is only natural for you to feel this way. Do you remember the person you just talked to in the live broadcast room called Wuliang Tajiko? Soon, you will know why does that silver-haired and blue-eyed girl make you feel strange. Listening to Walter's explanation, Jeezy nodded vaguely. But right now March 7th, Uncle Yang, the Riddler. Sister Xing, indeed, Uncle Yang, the Riddler. Walter, mobile. JPG, on the other side of the light curtain, inside the dean's office of St. Freya College. Watch the scene in the video. Teresa's expression appeared somewhat complicated. M. Wendy, I remember she's an A-level Valkyrie. One of the experimental subjects of the Desire Gem. But why did she become a lawyer in the video? What exactly happened among them? Teresa's slightly furrowed brow made people feel her inner worries intuitively. It was the Infinite Tajiko standing next to her, and upon seeing this, she showed a very interesting expression. Those 3 children have indeed grown a lot. They can all compete with a lawmaker. I'm afraid even the S-level Valkyrie of our destiny may not be able to achieve this step. Right as she spoke, Wuliang Tajiko glanced at Teresa beside her. However, actually, here, Wuliang Tajiko misjudged a problem. That is why the 3 of Kiana were able to compete against Wendy, the Law of the Wind. That's not because Kiana and the others have grown a lot. On the contrary, Wendy, as a lawmaker, is too weak. So, this battle will present the current evenly matched posture. Go back to the video. At this moment Kiana, Thunderbolt Yai. They were still engaged in a close fight with Wendy. And behind her, Blonia is relying on the heavy bunny for firepower support. On both sides, a very obvious and evenly matched posture was presented. Kiana and the other 3 did not have the upper hand in the battle due to their numerical advantage. Similarly, as a lawmaker, Wendy did not demonstrate her overwhelming strength as a lawmaker. The battle between the 2 sides can even be said to have been somewhat deadlocked and delayed. No one can end this battle. This is definitely a good thing for you, Kiana, and the 3 of them. After all, there is no need to wait for any support. With the power of the 3 of them alone, they are enough to resist the law of the wind. This is proof of their strength. At the same time, it also made this event easier. But on Wendy's side as a lawmaker, her heart was particularly unhappy, even very frustrated. Why? Why can 3B.level female martial gods compete with themselves? Before becoming a lawmaker, Wendy was already an A.level Valkyrie above a B.level Valkyrie. But now becoming a lawmaker and possessing even greater power, is it surprising that I am evenly matched with 3B.level female martial gods? What is the situation? Can we say that St. Freya Academy is like some ninja village? Is Nishinobu the highest level of combat power in Nimura, and is the B.level Valkyrie the highest level of combat power in St. Freya Academy? Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. 4. Shameful Lawmaker, Wendy. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Watching the video, Wendy and 3B.level Valkyrie are in a fierce battle. The audience of MiHoYo's universe tour made roast in the live broadcast room one after another. Kiana. Woohoo, take off. We can now compete against the lawmakers. Blonia. That lawmaker is indeed a bit weak. At least, weaker than I imagined. Thunderbolt sprout clothes. I don't know if all lawbreakers only have this level, or if only this lawbreaker is particularly weak. Wendy. You guys. Me. I'm not that weak. This video must be problematic, Otto. After all, he is ultimately just an artificial lawmaker. He is not a lawmaker who truly emerges from a broken will. Bang 2 Thunderbolt Yai. In our world, she used to make us suffer. Xingqiong Jizi. Her abilities are not bad, but she is not good at developing them. Sister Xing translated, it's just that people play very well. Zhong Li. Her ability to control wind feels a bit worse than that of Barbados. Barbados. Am I weak? March 7th. But now, isn't it evenly matched? The battle isn't over yet, is it? Kevin. From the moment she was evenly matched with 3. B.level Valkyries. She had already lost. March 7th. Ah. Is there still such a saying, Dan Hung? Indeed. Outside the light curtain, on the lush wilderness of New Zealand's Destiny Branch. Looking at the screen, the soon-to-be self and the collapsing, imperial 3 houses, presented an evenly matched posture. Even in the live broadcast room, people from other worlds also underestimated their own strength. All at once. Wendy, her mindset is exploding. Ah. Damn it, damn it. How could I only be at this level? As a lawmaker, how could I possibly be evenly matched with 3B.level female martial gods? There must be a problem with this video accompanied by Wendy's incompetence and rage, a green hurricane swept around. But unfortunately, no matter how angry Wendy may be, the fact that she is a shameful lawmaker will not change in any way. In this ranking of the peak combat power in the MiHoYo universe, she is the last one new book release. I have tried the topic of collapse for a long time, but I don't know if my writing is good or not, because collapse is unpopular, so the data of all the audience gentlemen is really important. At least 10 shifts on the first day. Kneeling for flowers, seeking monthly tickets, seeking evaluation tickets, seeking all data. The author cannot persist without data. They are really frantically seeking data. Opening the book for an hour, without any collection or data, I'm crying in the eyes. 500 flowers plus 1 update on the first day, 5 monthly tickets plus 1 update, 200 review tickets plus 1 update, and 10 comments plus 1 update. Top not capped. Add more now. May I ask all readers to submit their data? Kneel down. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Wendy, Shameful Lawmaker. Well deserved. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Continue to return to the video. The strength of both sides is on par, and the battle still presents an evenly matched situation. And accompanied by the stalemate of occupation now, whether it's the three of Kiana or the Windbreaker Wendy. They have all entered a state where their physical strength is about to bottom out. But even at this point, it's still good both sides are still neck and neck. It's not surprising who won this battle. But the problem is Wendy, she's the one who rules the wind. In human civilization, the greatest threat and most difficult enemy to solve. But now Kiana, Thunderbolt Yai, and Blonia, the three of them are just B.level female martial gods. In this battle, no matter who wins in the end, the person who loses must be Wendy. Gather the green hurricane at one point. Wendy, she plans to determine the winner in the next blow. After all, whether it's physical strength or collapsibility. She has very little left. Similarly, on the side of the Imperial Three families, they are also preparing for the final blow. Their physical strength is also about to run out, and the battle cannot continue. Girls must truly determine the winner in the next round. On both sides quietly prepared, waiting for the next blow to determine the winner. Outside the light curtain, everyone in the live broadcast room began to guess who would win the battle after seeing such a scene. Kiana. It's already the end. In the future, we should be able to defeat the lawmaker, right? Blonia. I'm not sure, and the situation seems to be a bit off. Thunderbolt Yai. Where is something wrong? Teresa. It should be Wendy, isn't she weak enough? She doesn't seem like a true lawmaker. Beng 2 Thunderbolt Yai. Indeed, Wendy from our side of the world is completely two people. Wendy. Me, Babados. Indeed, it doesn't feel as good as me at all. We lost our face of wind attribute. Xiaing. Nod. March 7th. Indeed. A bit weak. Starry Sky Hiko. The level of skill development is too low. Black Tower. Simply put, it's just a dish. Silver Wolf. Agreed. Whether it's Avalanche 3, Avalanche 2, Genshin Impact, or the Star World, everyone has agreed on one thing. That's Wendy, who is the one who rules the wind. She's really embarrassing. However, at the bottom of this miHoYo universe power chart, enemies seem to be predetermined. Just what the audience didn't expect was compete evenly with 3B.level female martial gods. This is not Wendy's most embarrassing record. Return to the video. When Wendy, there are also the three royal families. After they were all best prepared for the final blow, suddenly. Bang! 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 The roar of the steel action echoed on this green wilderness. The inverse entropy Titan mech, which has been invisible through quantum technology since just now. They have now lifted their invisibility and appeared in everyone's sight. And these mechs also aimed all the muzzle positions at Wendy's body at the same time. We haven't even had time yet, until everyone realizes what's going on. Bang! Titan mecha, that light blow very easily, Wendy was already lying on the ground. Cocolia, she commanded these Titan mechs and successfully recovered Wendy, the law of the wind. It can be said that now, this scene is the most embarrassing moment for Windbreaker Wendy. Although in the battle with the Imperial Three families, just now, Wendy's stamina has already been exhausted. But can the Titan mech easily be knocked down by this human technological creation? This is somewhat outrageous. It seems that Wendy, her reputation as a shameful lawmaker has really come to fruition. In the live broadcast room, I watched Wendy being knocked down by a Titan mech. The audience of miHoYo universe also began to laugh. Dr. May. This is a bit too embarrassing. Kevin. Ahem, indeed. Even in our civilization era, the lawmaker has never been so easily brought down. Alicia. I can't comment on this. Kiana, what? Anti-entropy, this is, stealing people's heads. Blonia. Cocolia. Thunderbolt sprout clothes. Wendy's stamina has indeed been depleted quite a bit. But no matter how. Walter. To be honest, as the leader of inverse entropy, I myself feel a bit outrageous. Otto. It seems that even if humans become lawbreakers, they are ultimately not as good as lawbreakers selected by shattered willpower. If Wendy in our world could easily solve it, that would be great. Blonia. At that time, even the god of war Railgun had no way of taking her. Babados. The face that lost its wind attribute. Chin team leader. However, how do those iron knots work? It's so magical. Otto. Your world has not really developed much technology. Once, I used the 1,000 Realms 1 multiplier to observe your world. Sue. Interesting, it seems like you've done something amazing. P.S. Today I'm taking my friend to the airport to start school. It has taken up a lot of time, so there may be fewer updates today. But tomorrow will definitely return to normal. So, sincerely kneel down and seek the support and encouragement of flowers, monthly tickets, and evaluation tickets. A day has passed, and there are really very few evaluation tickets and monthly tickets. As a young author, I guarantee that if there is data, it will become even more popular. Please encourage the audience to join us. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. 6. The Law of Emptiness. The maintainer of heavenly principles. Seeking. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After Wendy was defeated by the Titan mecha led by Cocolia, the screen slowly returned to a dark and light state of paint. It looks like this is preparing the second video. Outside the light curtain, the headquarters of Destiny. Although Otto expressed surprise at the sudden appearance of the light curtain. But personally, he is still very willing to enjoy these videos. Sitting on the luxurious red seat, shaking the red wine glass in my hand. Otto made a very interesting sound. Interesting, it's not just this light screen playing stories of the future. Even in that live broadcast room, you can also communicate with other worlds on the tree of unreal numbers. Among them, there is even the world that I have observed before in the live broadcast room. There are viewers of the Dome world, the Genshin Impact world and the collapsed world too. Otto is still very interested. On the other side of the light curtain, the Genshin Impact world. In a small tavern in Liyue. Today's Zhong Li originally wanted to see Yun Jin's opera. But the sudden appearance of the light curtain allowed him to see a more interesting world. Just after gently sipping the tea from the cup in his hand, Zhong Li finally made a sound. In this comparison, as someone who drives the power of the strong winds, the alcoholic poet, Babados, in our world is actually even stronger. Wendy, it's a bit. Zhong Li is a very serious person. But if even he can't help but want to roast about someone, it means that someone, Wendy, may really be a bit it's embarrassing. At the same time, return to the original Star Dome train. After watching the video just now, March 7th and others became even more curious about the plot of that other world. I saw the girl who was most passionate about exploration, March 7th. She made an eager voice towards Lin Mu in front of her. I never expected that Lin Mu's light screen could even play stories from other worlds. Hurry up, I want to see the next story, Lin Mu. Can you start quickly? The tone of March 7th began to become somewhat coquettish. Because she really wants to see the next story quickly. And by the side of March 7th, Danheng, Xingjia, and GZ. Although the three of them didn't say much, they could clearly feel it from their expressions. They are also looking forward to the start of the next video at this moment. Lin Mu said, okay, don't worry too much. The next video is already prepared early. Next, please enjoy the second, more stunning video. There is no selling trick. After speaking these lines, immediately, Lin Mu, he has already uploaded the next video to the light screen. And under the operation of Lin Mu on the pitch-black screen of light, descriptive and introductory texts immediately began to emerge. MiHoYo Universe Peak Combat Power Ranking. Top 30. Qiyana, the Law of the Void, Collapse 3, K423, the experimental body of the Law of Destiny, is an extension of the second law of Xilin. At the end of her life, Xilin prayed for a new beginning, praying for a different beginning. Kiana was born in response to this wish, and she was Xilin's long-awaited another opportunity. She and the Law of the Void were two souls born from Xilin's wish, two branches growing from the same tree, extending in different directions. The ability of the Law of Space is spatial manipulation. It can create imaginary spaces stacked on top of real space for attack and defense, and also has a powerful destructive power. In that description, there is also a picture of the Law of the Void. Scattered silver-white long hair, golden majestic pupils. A dress with purple, black, and white intertwined. The spear of Yakong surrounded her, emitting an absolute aura. With the appearance of the next character on the leaderboard, the audience also began to express different opinions and engage in discussions on the barrage. Kiana. What? I'm actually the Law of the Void. And besides, I'm just a replicator. Otto. It seems that my plan for the future has been successful. Humans have taken control of the power of the lawgiver. Cecilia. Bishop, what do you mean? Deliza. Sorry, Cecilia, I couldn't fulfill my promise to you. Beng to Kiana. Sigh. I didn't expect that in another world, my experiences were not much different from mine. Bang to Thunderbolt sprout clothes. But in the end, you still surpassed the power of the lawgiver with your will and awakened the Virgin, didn't you? Bang to Kiana. It's also Alicia. With the will of humanity in the power of the lawgiver, protect the people I want to protect. This is what I hope to see, but Kevin. Things never develop as they hoped. Zhong Li. The Law of the Void. The power to open up virtual space. Xiaing. The Law of the Void. A bit familiar. No. Isn't this guy the one who maintains the principles of heaven? The audience of the Genshin Impact world seems to be excited after seeing the appearance of the Law of Emptiness Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. 7. Shocked by the Star Dome Hiko. The Ascension of Wuliang Tajiko. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Inside the carriage of the Star Dome train. After seeing the ranking of the next character immediately, everyone began to look forward to it. What kind of story will this character bring to everyone? March 7th, Virtual Space. What is that? I haven't heard of it before. GZ. That girl always gives me a very strange feeling. Walter. This story may be a bit special to you. Dan Heng. Uncle Yang, do you seem to know something we don't know? Listen to Dan Heng's question. Walter pushed his glasses before answering. Because I came from the world of this story. Why did I say those words just now? After this video starts playing, you will know, although Walter himself doesn't really want to be a Riddler. But why is this video so special for Hiko? Walter thinks that it would be more appropriate to entrust this video to answer Hiko. On the other side, inside the Valkyrie dormitory at St. Freya College. At this moment, Kiana's emotions are somewhat shattered. She spoke with a somewhat frightened expression and said, I'm just a replica of Qiyana. And, in the future, I will actually become a lawmaker. What the hell is going on here? The first time she truly confirmed her identity, Qiyana still found it difficult to accept. Although she realized her uniqueness a long time ago. But she has been avoiding this matter now. Looking at this screen, I actually confirmed this matter and revealed the true identity of Qiyana, K423. At this moment, Qiyana still finds it difficult to accept. Beside Qiyana, as friends, Blonia and Thunderbolt Yai. They both want to comfort Qiyana well at this moment, but the shocking truth left them unsure of how to comfort Qiyana. Even the two of them were equally shocked by the true identity of Qiyana, K423, and were somewhat speechless. However, this light screen will not stop playing due to the shock of the audience. With the passage of time, the introduction and title on the screen have disappeared. Video, start playing. The place where the story begins, it's in the steel elevator of the Humboldt battleship. But the characters that appear are somewhat surprising. She is not the protagonist of this video, the Law of the Void, Qiyana. But it's Qiyana's teacher, the goddess of heavenly destiny, the princess of the infinite tower. What is the situation here? It's not just the unexpected characters that appear, even the Valkyrie armor that Wuliang Tajiko is wearing at this moment is equally surprising. That's not the same as the Fusion Core Crimson or Valkyrie Triumph she used before. It can even be said that the Valkyrie armor she is wearing at this moment is not equipment developed by Destiny. That is a Valkyrie armor called True Red Knight. Eclipse that was transformed from the blank key of the pre-civilization era after being embedded with the epidemic gem. By using a special method to draw strength from the epidemic gem, the core of the lawmaker, Empress Dowager Wuliang, has gained enough strength to resist the lawmaker. But driving a huge force inevitably means a huge burden and cost. The boundless Tajiko without talent, the only price she can pay is her life. That's right. For her, using the power of the blank key and the epidemic gem means death. An irreversible death. Watching the Wuliang Tajiko appearing in the video. In the live broadcast room, viewers from different worlds in the miHoYo universe also made barrage comments and discussions. Dr. May. The armor on her body is a blank key embedded in the core of the flame Law, Otto. Oh, so, are you the former civilization inventor who developed the void treasure? Vivi, sorry, that person is actually me. Alicia. Now, isn't it time to discuss this? Dr. May. Well, the cost of using the blank key is quite enormous. It's not as cost-effective as directly building the God key with the core of the lawmaker. Teresa. The cost is huge. Isn't that GZ? She's also taking huge risks herself. Wuliang Tajiko. In the future, I should be planning to save Qiyana. March 7th. Wow. This woman looks exactly like GZ. Qiang GZ. It's exactly the same. Incredible, is this the so-called parallel world? Starry Sky Walter. That's why I said, video is special to you. Black Tower. Interesting. The story of that world is really interesting. Beng 2 Qiyana. Actually, there are also anti-GZ in our world. Beng 2 Thunderbolt Yai. It's just. I haven't seen her for a long time. Xiaing. How do you feel? The story on your side is so special. Walnut. It's okay, let's go to the afterlife hall. Zhong Li. Now is not the time to joke like that. P.S. Sincerely kneel down for flowers, support and encouragement for monthly in-review votes. A day has passed, and there are really very few evaluation tickets and monthly tickets. As a young author, I guarantee that if there is data, it will become even more popular. Please encourage the audience to join us. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. 8. Wuliang Tajiko's choice, save Kiana. You are listening at novel full.audio. Outside the light curtain, inside the starry train. Watching the situation in the video, looking at the Infinite Tower Princess. 3-tone, Dan Heng still has stars. Their expressions were all filled with surprise and curiosity. March 7th. Why are there people in this world who are so similar to Himiko? Dan Heng. According to what they said. Should this be a parallel universe relationship? Star. GZ put on armor, is this planning to play close combat? It feels like. It doesn't seem as elegant anymore. What's slightly different is that Sister Xing, her focus seems to be different from that of Dan Heng and March 7th. As for GZ herself, she is also contemplating another matter. I don't know what kind of relationship she has with that silver-haired girl in another world. GZ from the Star Dome world still cares about the relationship and story between GZ and Kiana from the Infinite Tower in the Collapse 3 world. But in the world of Collapse 3. The Dean's Office of St. Freya College. Watching the video, it was already the Infinite Tajiko wearing True Red Knight. Eclipse. Teresa, she immediately knew what her good friend was planning to do. With a clearly worried and reluctant gaze, Teresa turned her head and made a sound to the immeasurable Tajiko beside her. GZ. You wouldn't be planning to. Teresa did not finish speaking. Because she knew that Wuliang Tajiko already knew what she was going to say next. After hearing Teresa's shout, Wuliang Tajiko also nodded in response. Well, in the future, I'm probably planning to save my precious student. Since Kiana was taken away from consciousness by the Void Law 1, there must be a point of salvation. In the future, I should have already found a way. But I want to complete that plan. Fighting Kiana, who has become the law of the void, seems inevitable. Listening to the words of Wuliang Tajiko, Teresa's eyebrows furrowed even more. Because what the other person thinks is not much different from what we think. But it is precisely because there is no difference that Teresa is even more worried. However, you are already highly eroded by the collapse due to the Holy Scar. Now, use the Valkyrie armor embedded with the epidemic gem again, and fight against the law of the sky for you. This is the inevitable outcome of death. Teresa, she is not willing to give up on her old friend. But after listening to Teresa's worried and urgent shout, Wuliang Tajiko, she only remained silent for a moment. Then, she responded to Teresa's words. These are all to save Kiana. Those children, they are the future of this world, aren't they? The answer from Wuliang Tajiko left Teresa speechless. As elders, they did indeed place all their hopes on the young girl Kiana. So there is no problem with the decision of the future unlimited Tajiko. However, there is still some reluctance. Return to the video. In Hubrian's elevator, Tajiko Wuliang is still waiting for the elevator to rise. At the same time, she looked at the bottle of God-slaying spear in her hand and fell into contemplation. This is a weapon developed by Otto with Cecilia's blood as an opponent. The collapse within the body of the Emperor-level collapse beast can be smoothly broken free from the control of the main body. If you use this prop, no matter how powerful the collapse energy is, it can be suppressed. Even if it is a lawmaker, it is equally disproportionate. That means this is the only key item that can be used to deal with the lawmaker. At the same time, this is also the only item that can alleviate the collapse and erosion of Wuliang Tajiko. But the problem also arises here due to the urgency of time and the issue of material collection. The current Wuliang Tajiko only has a bottle of the God-slaying spear in her hand. So save yourself. Or save your own students. The answer to this question is probably already obvious. While Wuliang Tajiko was still pondering. Suddenly. Buzz buzz, inside the elevator, there were flashing red lights and the sound of alarms kept coming out. It seems that the battle is about to begin. Put the god-slaying spear in your hand into the inner compartment of the armor. Wuliang Tajiko, she is about to start her own path of saving Kiana Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. 9. Quickly kill the trial level collapse beast. Wuliang Tajiko's. You are listening at novel full.audio. Watching Wuliang Tajiko in the video. In the live broadcast room, viewers from different worlds have also started lively discussions in the miHoYou universe. Otto. Judging from her appearance, the situation seems to be not good. Sure enough, the collapse could have highly corroded her body. Vivi, I have a bad feeling. Teresa. I have already guessed the result. Eden. If I guess correctly, this GZ will definitely give up on herself for Kiana. Alicia. Do you know Hiko so well? Eden. I'm not very familiar with her either, but with her personality, she would definitely give up on herself to save Kiana. Thunderbolt Yay. There is only one god-killing spear, what is Teacher Jeezy's choice? Kevin. It looks like Jeezy really wants to give Kiana the god-slaying spear. Jingyuan. A good teacher is really very important. Feilu. M. Beng to Kiana. I didn't expect that in that parallel world, the story would be like this. Beng to Thunderbolt Yai. It's really different from our world. Zhong Li, students and teachers. Right. Outside the light curtain, inside the bedroom of the Valkyrie. Looking at the situation in the video, Kiana's eyes were full of confusion. From what she saw, she naturally understood what Jeezy would do. The thought of Jeezy giving herself the god-slaying spear instantly made me feel uncomfortable. Kiana gritted her pink lower lip tightly. Even if she died, she didn't want to see Jeezy choose to sacrifice for herself. Kiana's emotions are like a tangled ball of yarn, always unclear. The video continues to play. Arrived on the deck of Hubrian. Accompanied by the judgment-level dragon-type crash beast Benares, soaring under the azure sky. The speed was extremely fast, and in the blink of an eye, he had already reached the side of Benares. The sharp wings were like the claws of an eagle, emitting a piercing sound after attacking Benares. Of course, in this situation, the strength of the Humboldt is not weak either. The pitch-black muzzle aimed at Benares hovering in the air. Bang! Bang! However, the continuous shooting did not have a significant impact on Benares. She continued to search for time to attack her prey like an eagle. Under the attack of both sides. The air is filled with dust. At this moment, Jeezy also walked slowly out of the shadows carrying the sun flame sword. At this moment, the sunlight shines on her hair, making her appear even more sacred. Wuliang Tajiko raised her lips and said, is that all Benares has? When the body sinks, the next second is when the arched arrow hits the enemy. But in reality, Benares also pays attention to everything below. When the immeasurable Tajiko appeared, she was also prepared to determine the outcome. However, it seemed that the heavens were not standing on her side. With a flick of her finger, Wuliang Tajiko turned her back to the sunlight and carried the sun flame sword to come behind her. Boom! At this moment, Wuliang Tajiko seemed to have a weight of 10,000 pounds and kicked towards Benares. Under this terrifying force, Benares had no time to defend. After the heavy object collided with the ground, the heavy noise expanded outward. But all of this seems to have not ended. Outside the light curtain, in the office of the Dean of St. Freya College. Watching the scene before her, Teresa's tense heart gradually relaxed. Although it is also clear that the strength of Wuliang Tajiko is not inferior to that of Benares. But since it was her good friend, Tajiko Wuliang, who went to battle, Teresa couldn't help feeling nervous inside. Fortunately, the final result was good, and it seems that Benares is not a match for the Infinite Tajiko. Before Teresa could relax for a few seconds, she immediately realized that the situation was not right. Since it is Shilin, the companion of the Law of the Void, the collapsing beast, it is impossible to be easily solved by the Infinite Tajiko. Teresa clenched her fists. Benares wouldn't have any further moves, would he? With confusion, Teresa continued to focus on the video. On the other side, inside the Valkyrie dormitory at St. Freya College. At this moment, Kiana's gaze was fixed on the video. After seeing Wuliang Tajiko successfully knock down Benares, her clenched fist slowly loosened in the dark. That's right, Wuliang Tajiko is their teacher. Anyway, it's impossible to be instantly defeated by the enemy's move. Thinking of the screen's introduction to herself, Kiana furrowed her brows and her eyes were full of confusion. Although often, she also realizes her differences. But she still finds it difficult to accept the issue of the replica. Why does the video say that I am a replica of Kiana when I am clearly Kiana? Brunia, who was sitting on the side, naturally noticed Kiana's emotional changes. However, what makes them curious now is still about the matter of the Wuliang Tajiko. The title and introduction both mention Kiana, but the first person to appear in the picture is also Wuliang Tajiko. Thinking of the god-slaying spear in her hand, Blonia's gaze became even more complicated. How would this Wuliang Tajiko choose with only one god-slaying spear? Is it to give up Kiana, or is it to say the answer is probably self-evident? Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. 10. Overwhelming strength, everyone is against the Infinite Taji. You are listening at novel full.audio. The video continues to play. Wuliang Tajiko stepped on Benares's head with her feet, and raised the sun flame sword in her right hand. At the moment of waving, a strange light shone under this dazzling light. Wuliang Tajiko was forced to close her eyes. When she opened her eyes again, the scene before her underwent a dramatic change. The blue sky is replaced by endless purple. The surrounding buildings disappeared, while countless rocks suspended around her. This is the imaginary space opened by the law of emptiness. Looking up, at this moment, the Hubrian has transformed into a stone statue. This is the imaginary space of the law of emptiness. In the live broadcast room, the audience also exclaimed in surprise. Black Tower. Creating virtual space. Good ability. Silver Wolf. It's not a big deal. In my hometown, the trick of manipulating space is nothing. Otto. Interestingly, it seems that there are many unexpected worlds on the tree of unreal numbers. Zhong Li. In our world, creating a small world can only be achieved with the strength of higher-level demon gods or above. Babados. However, can't you do it? Collapse to Kiana. Compared to that, I am now more worried about Auntie Jeezy in that world. Kiana. That's what I think too. Kevin. Since she put on that armor and embedded the core of the flame law, she hasn't thought about going back alive. Your worries are meaningless. Alicia. Oh, Kevin. Can you speak without being so direct? Return to the video. Looking at the changes around her, Wuliang Tajiko was surprised in her heart. But this situation was also within her expectations. But the thought of facing a real lawyer soon. Wuliang Tajiko felt a chill in her spine. She clenched the divine meteor sword, and her muscles began to tighten. Suddenly, she heard the sound of high heels touching the ground and the wild laughter. Following the sound, she finally saw the person she wanted to see the most. Kiana. No. Perhaps she should be called the Law of the Void now. Thinking of her former students turning into enemies, Wuliang Tajiko felt mixed emotions in her heart. But the fact is already in front of her, and she can only take it seriously. Kiana walked on the stairs that could be condensed by collapse, wandering towards the Infinite Tower Jeezy. Although it looked leisurely, in reality, there was a terrifying pressure rushing towards Wuliang Tajiko on her. Looking at the person ahead, she smiled and her voice was extremely pleasant. After waiting on the ground, Kiana looked at Wuliang Tajiko with disdainful eyes. She did not believe that Wuliang Tajiko would be her opponent. In other words, in her eyes, this immeasurable Tajiko is no different from an ant. Perhaps with a light touch, one can easily twist and break that neck. Seeing the other person not speaking, Qiyana, a practitioner of the law of emptiness, sneered, "Do you think you can escape?" Wuliang Tajiko then made a prepared posture for the battle. The law of the void. Are you ready to welcome death? With a big wave of your hand. The powerful suction makes the Infinite Tajiko nowhere to escape. Feeling the force on her neck, Wuliang Tajiko's pupils narrowed and she stared at Kiana incredulously. Although she understood that Kiana had become the law of the void, when she saw Kiana, she couldn't help but look forward to it. Looking forward to Kiana remaining rational. Looking forward to her return. Looking at her disheveled appearance, the void law practitioner continued with a smile, "Do your best. Struggle." Gently raising her hand, the immeasurable Tajiko floating in the air felt like she had been hit by something. The body fiercely smashed towards the suddenly rising rock block. Immediately afterwards, two giant rocks began to gather around Wuliang Tajiko. The Wuliang Tajiko, who was surrounded in the middle, had nowhere to escape. The fusion condensed to the end and turned into the shape of a Rubik's cube. However, even so, the law of the void is not prepared to let go of the Infinite Tajiko. Little finger, with the center of the circle in front of the position of Wuliang Tajiko, countless forces continuously cut through the rock. Outside the light curtain, in the principal's office of St. Freya College. Seeing this behind the scenes, Teresa was completely stunned. Although Kiana has become the law of the void, in reality, she is still the most important student of the Infinite Tajiko. But now, Wuliang Tajiko was personally cut by her proud disciple. Teresa angrily said fiercely. "That's really excessive. That Shilin guy. Even if you understand that Kiana is being controlled, you can't help feeling angry inside. Shilin's actions are equivalent to killing Wuliang Tajiko. However, with the ability of Wuliang Tajiko, it shouldn't be resolved so quickly." Teresa tilted her head, recalling the beliefs of the Infinite Tajiko, and her fists immediately stiffened. Wuliang Tajiko was just trying to save Kiana. On the other side, inside the headquarters of the fire moth of the pre-civilization era. Pato Felice. How can we fight this? There's such a huge gap in strength between the two sides. Wei Wei's delicate hand rubbed her chin and said, "It seems that Wuliang Tajiko is very uncertain if she wants to defeat the void law." Pato Felice. That's not an ordinary suspension. Wei Wei's expression remained calm. Don't think so, at least Wuliang Tajiko is Kiana's teacher. Maybe she's hiding some killing moves. Pato Felice. Hiss. It's all driven to this point. Why hasn't she used her ultimate move yet? She is completely in a passive state. Vivi, do you have it? It's okay too, isn't it? Just because Wuliang Tajiko took the initiative to attack at the beginning does not mean that Wuliang Tajiko cannot defeat Kiana. Outside the light curtain, inside the dormitories of the Valkyrie of St. Freya Academy. All eyes are focused on the video. But when they saw the giant rock trapped by the infinite tower GZ being cut countless times, their mentality immediately collapsed. Is it all like this? Can Wuliang Tajiko still live? Kiana's cheeks bulged with anger, staring at the law of the sky, as if she could almost breathe fire. She clenched her fist and shouted angrily. The personality of another lawmaker inside her body. She's so despicable. Blonia. Means agree. Fu Hua's slender middle finger pushed the frame of the mirror, which was even worse than she had imagined. Even before the Infinite Tower Lady launched an attack, the law of the sky had already begun to fiercely crush. Is it true that the strength of the Infinite Tajiko is like this? After all, she is her own friend, and she still has some understanding in terms of strength. Also, at this moment inside the carriage of the Star Dome train. At this moment, the audience also gritted their teeth and furrowed their brows, feeling extremely worried and nervous inside. March 7th, that lawmaker. So powerful. GZ from the parallel world, there won't be anything wrong, will there? Dan Heng said, there is a gap in strength. But it shouldn't be that huge. Star. There are still many progress bars in the video, and there are also stories to follow. The Star Dome trio is now very worried about the Infinite Tajiko in the parallel world. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th.